Hey, Coach Bald, how's it going today?
Welcome back, Totem Pole Nation. We are live here, TGIF. The grind includes Friday. What a first day for that NFL draft. Whoa, there he is. Wow, look at you. You've never looked better. The man from Soul.
I got a hat.
Man, it looks good on you. Apparently, a couple of wagers hit because the word on the street is you're buying breakfast for everybody in the restaurant, man. What a guy. What a guy.
And you know what? It was one of those mornings I'm just riding around, and he asked you
I
to do
saw
that.
that.
And I
I
was
saw that.
down the street. I'm like, oh, okay, I got somewhere to go now. I mean, I was just riding around in circles.
I'm gonna
Wow.
take him to the flea market, man. I'm gonna show him how
Show,
the other half lives.
show them how we do things on the south side.
How we do it on Jeff Davis.
Man, so I did Crystal Ball Paul last night. Well, actually, it was a few days before. Man, I placed a wager that Bo Nix would go in the first round, and it was plus 165. I threw 200 on it, and I got 520 in the account this morning. So
Elizabeth, what's up?
he's back.
Miss
He's
Elizabeth.
back. Miss Elizabeth.
Ooh, yeah.
The Macho Man was never the same after you left him.
Who's Elizabeth?
Elizabeth that always watches us, man.
That's the first time I've seen
Yeah,
her.
she's one of our
Elizabeth, do you
favorites.
know the man from Seattle? The man with soul. Paul. Crystal Ball Paul.
I'm done.
And Crystal Ball Paul has a Twitter account. We may be changing his name to Crystal Ball Paul.
Okay.
Because when we put our names in here, we always put our @ and then we put our Twitter.
Well,
Because
how do you change my Twitter name?
I'm going to
If I already
change.
have one.
We're going. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Is my affiliates down here on the south side in St. Petersburg, Florida. They were searching the globe for prospects, and they found a kid in the Chester region, a kid by the name of Ethan that they're now following. So, good
Who?
stuff. Can't wait to watch him
You got to wait.
get bigger, faster, stronger. He's going to break all the records at Thomas Dale there this year. So I'm excited. I'm fired up for that. But man, what an NFL draft. Dude, did the Falcons shock the world last night or what?
Yeah, that was quite. You know what? I call that an odd duck. Because
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out where they're going with that. Other than they're like, you know what? We got our guy. We are in love with that guy, and Kirk Cousins doesn't last forever, and we got ahead of the bell curve. Because again, when you look at that football team, there was no needs on offense. They needed a quarterback to throw to all that. They have a lot of talent on offense, and if there's any year to just let's just burn that first round pick. And again, it falls in line with the model of like the Packers.
Right.
Best time to draft a quarterback is when you don't need one. That is really, and when you think of our history and our life watching the NFL, the best time to draft one is when you don't need one. Because when you need one, you know what gets screwed up is he comes in, he has to play. Penix can just go and just be an NFL quarter and go to the quarterback room, learn from Kirk Cousins, because you're going to learn something from him. He's been in this league a long time. To sit in that quarterback room for 3 years, and then by year 4, when Cousins is on his way out, he takes the reins and dude, he'll be at the time 26, 27. You got a guy for 10 years. But he's been in the organization. He knows everyone. He knows where all the restaurants are. He knows who's who in the zoo. And again, he'll have that confidence of, I've been in this league for a minute. You know, just like Jordan Love, man. Look at Jordan Love. How many people would want Jordan Love right now?
Everybody. Yeah, without a doubt, you know. Yeah, Green Bay is a team that, they're probably the only ones that have posted that model where there's not a huge drop off,
No,
and to keep consistent like that over time. I mean, they didn't even blink from Favre to Rodgers, you know what I mean? And it's
nope.
it's it's looking like it's going to be just as quick with Jordan Love.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, with Penix, that was just kind of getting blindsided. I mean, Kirk Cousins signed
And
a 4-year, $180 million deal. You know what I mean? But
and you
this
know why?
gives
You know
them
why someone did their research on Penix is it happened so abruptly. We forget that he went before JJ and Bo. I mean, that's
right.
no one was talking about that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Everybody had JJ lined up at that number 3, without a doubt. What's up, Coach?
I saw this funny thing on Twitter, man. Somebody, that dog that's like, it's like sitting up in a chair, and it's like its eyes are like
Roll back.
Adam Gase's eyes when he like did the Jets press conference. The dog's like this.
Yeah.
They said this is
Same
dog's
guy.
day in Atlanta. That there's a left-handed Michael quarterback for the Falcons. The dog, have you seen it?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't even think about that. Yeah.
that is so funny, man. That's very funny.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, man, lefty Michael Penix, man, what a move that was. That was
It was.
just that did, man. That was just. I think everybody took a big backup. Like, whoa, what just happened? I thought Dallas Turner was going to be their guy at their spot. I thought they had a lot of weapons on offense that they would go defense, but yeah, to see him go there, man, that was definitely just shock and awe
But look,
throughout
and
the
that's
whole
another
thing.
thing too is he doesn't have to be the best quarterback in the league. But when they hand him the ball, just like Jordan Love, he's got a talent all around him.
Mhm.
Like it's already been built. And you watch it get built and you got to practice with it and see it.
Did
But
Mahomes start as a rookie?
no,
Nope. He was
he
behind
started
Alex
last game
Smith,
of
I
the
believe.
season.
Right? Yeah, I think he followed up Alex Smith there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, man, that was a huge move, and then Vikings pulling the trigger, getting JJ, man. I think the Vikings, I mean, they had a home run for the
Yeah.
first round. Them
Yeah.
getting, big time playmaker like JJ, and then on defense, probably one of the top tier guys. Getting Dallas Turner there off the edge. So yeah, man, I know Vikings fans got to be excited about the day they had. And then, hey, man, that's when the Broncos were next, and that's when they came up and they went all in on Bo Nix, man. That's a big deal. And that was what was said is that the one year that the Saints picked Marshawn Lattimore, that they were glued in on Pat Mahomes,
Yes.
but that was
Yes.
when
That was the only
Buffalo,
other team that was dialed in on Mahomes. Peyton
yeah,
was all
man,
over Mahomes. Yep.
yeah,
But he was trying to be quiet about it.
right, the Buffalo Bills traded their pick to Kansas City, and that's when Kansas City pulled the trigger, and yeah, man, that's when they got Pat Mahomes.
How about Lambeau's pick to win the AFC East, pulling the trigger once more, trading the pick to Kansas City and giving them the fastest guy in the draft.
And that's a Buffalo Bills move, but I do like with the Buffalo Bills. Hey, man, they got that number 1 pick in the second round, and everybody's calling them right now. I tell you what, I would love to see those guys maybe hit up San Francisco and say, "Hey, man, you want this top pick? We'll take one of those wide receivers you got. What's going on?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could get an Ayuk. He'd
Yep.
come in there and start and dominate for them right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But dude, I'll tell you what. Probably the best thing about the live stream was your prediction on the Dallas Cowboys, and they did exactly. And man, just the reaction from Matt, Pat,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Kurt too, man. That's so funny because you got two Cowboy fans, but both look at things a lot different. You know what I mean? It was so good to see that and the reactions last night, man. That was a hell of a podcast. Great job
Yeah,
last night. I'm excited for.
that was a heck of a yeah. That was probably my most memorable moment last night. Watching him just fall keel over.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
and just learning the kid and then talking to another Cowboy fan besides my boy and go, listen, do you see what's happening here? And
Yeah.
again, I think I was selling him every minute that went by last night. The more and more sold he was on my conspiracy theory, and that made me feel good too because I don't try to just spew venom and throw stuff on the wall and hope it
Like
sticks.
Lambo.
Oh man.
I have tried to put some type of factual documented research behind it. I mean, and again, where there's smoke, there's fire, and I hope he left knowing that because the fact that Jimmy Johnson is back in that building, he's not there to drink coffee with Jerry in the morning and talk about cartoons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He's there to build dynasties. That's what that man does. It's what he did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But wow, they broke the record for most offensive players. I mean, hey, man, got to score points to win in the league.
Yep.
And if you
Especially when
need
you
more
can't tackle
validation. Yeah, man. People can't tackle nobody anymore. Yep. But yeah, man. And that's the thing too. I am similar with you. I was listening to you and it's never a sexy pick to get an offensive lineman. But man, I love those offensive linemen. Those guys are going to be the ones that they're not going to be getting all the credit. They're not going to have headlines. But man, that's how you build the foundation. I love what Harbaugh did, getting Joe Alt, the 6'9" wall. That guy's going to be their tackle for the
Alan
next
Faneca,
10
He's
to
their
15 years.
Baselli, their Orlando Pace.
Yeah, man. They're Anthony Munoz. Right? They're Anthony Munoz, man. Yep, that's exactly what Harbaugh did there. Bucks got a center. The Bucks picked the first center, the guy out of Duke. He's going to be great for them. They haven't had a center since Ryan Jensen. He kind of went down. He was a stud for the Bucks when they won the Super Bowl. They'd got him from Baltimore, so for them to get that guy, that definitely helps their offensive line. And yeah, man, I was shocked, man. My guy from St. Pete, Newton, he did not go first round. So, and I think that's just what happened, man. Everybody's offense happy. Let's pick these offensive guys. But
there's runs.
Yep, that's it, man.
Whenever you see like a wide receiver get taken, and then like, boom, someone trades, to that next pick, you can almost bet they're going to get a receiver because someone just took the receiver they wanted. So they want to make sure that they get the next guy.
Yeah.
But if the next guy ain't there, then they're screwed. So, it's why did Kansas City go up there and jump in front of the Saints? It was because they knew they was going to get Patrick Mahomes, and they wanted to get him before they did. So,
yeah,
it's espionage, dude. Who was the biggest liars? I mean, I think like Penix. I mean, were people lowballing Penix? Were people blowing smoke? Saying he was going to drop to the second round. I mean, was there anybody that really stood out like Bo Nix?
Wait, question. They didn't even trade up. They were in the 8 hole when they took him, right? That wasn't a trade up for Michael Penix.
Right. That was a Falcons slot. Yeah,
Falcons. Wow. So they were sitting back all these months, and they already knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they were espionage. I mean, they put out intentional reports and stuff, hurting guys so they can get them. I mean, they think that guy. The only reason a team would do that is they think that guy is a generational talent.
Yep.
And they're willing to. I mean, dude. I mean, what could the Falcons have drafted that really would have made such a big deal. I mean,
Nothing.
like there's no, like we said, there's no guarantees, and if you think the dude's a guarantee, you better get him now. You know, because you're not going to get him later.
I mean, and now we look at it now, and it's like two things. This is a two-pronged approach. The Falcons have the quarterback to compete in the AFC South and win the division and get in the playoffs, and they have the quarterback of the future. How many teams can say that?
Yeah.
And their quarterback of the future doesn't have to play.
And Raheem Morris is the coach.
And now you can spend the next 4 years of Kirk Cousins drafting players that's going to be sitting around Penix Jr. when he takes the reins. But it's a genius move, man.
Absolutely. And I think you could probably get a first and a third for Kirk Cousins from another team next year. If you think Penix is ready to go after one season of sitting, man, trade that guy. Get some value.
He's still an asset. Absolutely.
Man,
Still an asset.
He's a starter.
But they definitely got some good pieces there. You know, they got the big left tackle, Jake Matthews. You know, if you got a guy named Matthews on the offensive line, you probably got a stud. They got Drake London. They got Daryl Mooney from the Bears. They got Randall Moore, the smaller, your little smaller back. And then they got a good running game, man. Bijan Robinson. They got Tyler Agler. Kyle Pitts has never really done anything yet, so I think you're going to see him break out with Cousins.
How did Lambeau feel about Drake May, and did Sarah Blake Cheek have a good time?
Man, well, I believe so, man. She came on and she broke the news. One of the biggest trades in Buccaneers and Raider history. You know, basically the Bucs traded Sarah Blake Cheek away to the Raiders for a future Super Bowl trophy to be named later. So basically it's the John Gruden deal all over again, but the Raiders get a lot better incentives than they did when they lost John Gruden. But yeah, man, what a great place for her to go, man. You know, the Raider Nation, you got one of the best people in the world on the planet now on your bandwagon. Raider Nation will never be the same. Raider Nation got a lot better looking yesterday.
Paul, what did you think about the Raiders acquiring Sarah Blake Cheek?
Who?
Sarah Blake Cheek being acquired by the Las Vegas Raiders. Paul had never met your friend, Sarah Blake Cheek, and Bob Wiley was very interested in your friend, Sarah Blake Cheek. When I sent him the graphic that our interns, Scott and Howie, made of Sarah Blake Cheek.
Yeah.
What do you think about the acquisition of Sarah Blake Cheek, Paul?
I'll tell you two things. Three things. Let me start by saying home run. I mean, I was blindsided a little bit. Home run last night because we need more of her on the show.
Ooh.
Because she was buttoned up, man. You know, you throw some feelers out there and try to see if they know what they're. Dude, she knows this football game. Okay, number one. That's number one. Number two, I loved her comment about the difference between a Buccaneer fan and a Raider fan. That was a great analogy. I didn't miss that. No, I caught that. That was really good. And three, you know, the Raiders hit a home run. They got a good one, man. She needs to be on the Rolodex. She needs to be like, she needs a once a week pop in segment, and we let her run because she's good.
Well, Coach Ball can make that happen.
She's good.
See, there's one key piece to this puzzle with Sarah Blake Cheek that many people don't know. I don't even know if Paul caught it, but it is the real Lambeau. Lambeau was a paid fan of Sarah Blake. And Lambo was the one that brought Sarah Blake Cheek to Totem Pole Sports.
But I thought it was his friend.
Well, just because they become friends doesn't mean Lambo was the one that kicked the door down. Coach Ball.
Bang!
The door wave in the 4-4.
Well, then I'm gonna send him a text message and a Panera gift card, because if we can get her on the show once a week, you need people that know, like, again, you want to be a well-rounded show, man. And women are getting into this game more and more every year. And again, if you got a point person,
she's the queen of the SEC, isn't she, Coach Ball?
And she's got a nickname. I mean, that's great.
We had her on. She predicted 6 games. She went 6-0 in the SEC. 6-0. But I tell you what Lambo did on that, Paul. Lambo rolled all the way to the right side of the field, was about to go out of bounds, shucked it all the way to the left side, back deep in the end zone for the Hail Mary with that one, man. Lambo had the walk off with 2 strikes, man. It was one of the biggest home runs in life lessons in Totem Pole history. Yeah. Lambo was the man on that, and yeah, man, you guys, y'all were phenomenal last night. But yeah, man, she's the best, man. And I love having her out in Las Vegas. Las Vegas will never be the same. And yeah, man, we plan on visiting those guys.
And again, it just, to me, that's another home run, is that we have someone with feet down, touchdown in Vegas. Because when she pops on, I'm live from Las Vegas. It just goes with this whole thing, man. To me, man.
Go place a wager for us, Sarah. Let's go. Come on.
You got 2 people.
Your friend in Denver.
Yeah, you got him in Denver. But we're like, have you ever seen the show in England called The Men in Blazers? No, those guys that have a podcast called The Men in Blazers. That's me and him. Like, we're just
yeah.
Nice.
And Totem Pole headquarters is St. Petersburg.
Oh, and again, I talk about this show all day, every day to anyone I meet. But and someone asked me yesterday, Paul, why do you like this, guys? Because they peeked at it on YouTube, and I said, you know what? The one thing I love about the people on this show, no one's regular. Everyone's a little quirky. Everyone has a quirk to them. Everyone's a little bit quirky, and but you need that too, because everyone's quirk is different too. Everyone's quirk is different, but there's no like I'm just a regular person. They're just no. There's people they're just regular quirky folks.
I would say Matt Pat is the most professional. Matt Pat has a legitimate future in the sports.
But he's so he's good.
I like how
he's going to Virginia Tech.
But I didn't even know him, and then I was like, dude,
he's majoring in communications.
I know
sports communications.
He's really good,
and he's been like a neighbor of yours, Paul. He's like a neighbor to you.
Yes, actually, he's like a little brother.
Matt Pat. Lambo acquired Matt Pat.
From where?
They're friends. I think they went to OB Gates together.
No way. OB Gates?
Lambo was living in Courthouse Green, the only real neighborhood they let go to OB Gates. And then everybody down Beach Road goes to OB Gates, and Lambo became friends with Matt Pat somehow, some way.
And look, he's got a cool name too.
Yes.
Matt Pat.
And
hey, OB Gates is where the Taylor twins and Coach Ball did the old Macho Man Hogan connection. OB Gates.
That's where we played against Mike Medley.
That's right.
From Matoka.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
What did he play in Little League? What position was he?
Who?
Pitcher. Anywhere you want to put him.
What about football?
He shortstop. From the minute they started kid pitch, he was throwing bullets out there. I mean, he pitched his 3 innings. Yeah.
Just alone with you.
Don't want me. And then he was that.
Pitch your 3 innings.
He was that kid, dude. Like, the guy that.
I know.
that he was what do you call the people that like are just like
Tiny Tykes. He's like a superstar. He's like a
he's the baby of the
like a
family, so he got
superstar.
beat up, you know. But he would throw the ball, and he would hit the bottom step and make the ball come back to him because that's the only spot you could hit it. That's how he learned to throw strikes because he would throw the ball at the 3 steps in the backyard and it come right back to him. Because he played by himself.
That's how you get better.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of those guys, man. He did it with a tennis ball. You know what I'm saying? He was just kept throwing it. But, man, that dude was 3 up, 3 down for 3 innings. Those 3 innings, you know you weren't getting nothing.
What is
he was fun to watch for me.
What's y'all's age difference between you and him?
6
Same
years.
as me and him.
Oh,
What
6
year did you
years?
graduate high school? 90?
91.
91. What did Mike
So you
graduate?
didn't have to beat the hell out of him too much because you were just way older and way bigger.
Who?
Your brother.
Not bigger, but no, my brother who's 11 months older than me, he's the Terminator. Like
That's
the
why
guy
you're a
in the
savage.
Dark alley with. He's the. I mean,
We might need to add him on this show.
That's why you're a savage right there, Paul.
He could be our security guard because I'm telling you right now, he will.
We need him moved.
Ex wrestler, dude, he's a bull.
Pro wrestler?
He's a bull in a china shop. No, high school wrestler.
Amateur?
And wrestled for the Marine Corps.
Wow.
Yeah, we got to get him on.
I don't want him. I hate what he tried to like pick fights with me.
Look at that backyard.
And that's real too.
Yeah. I cried when I went to his backyard because I knew where he came from.
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
If you know in advance that you're going to Ed Waters, I'm gonna fly down with you. But I need time to
put
my
my
dogs away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go down there to Jackson, just walk around.
Yeah, and we'll go down to St. Petersburg.
Because I get to, because I know that you can walk anywhere you want on a D2 campus. You can go in any room. So I just want to see it.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean? You work there. You're an employee.
Yeah.
I got two guest rooms, guys, and they got their own bathrooms. So yeah, y'all come here. Y'all come here for a night, stay a week.
We might spend a week one night.
Hey man, let's chop it up, dude. Heck yeah, we'll go to Ferg's. Ferg's is right there, right beside the where the Tampa Bay Rays play at. World famous Ferg's, man. They got some wings. That's where remember we live streamed. I think we were live streaming the playoff game. You had the girl, the cheerleader from the Patriots, when you had her on. Remember that wild crowd I was walking through? That was Ferg's.
We need to hit her back up. That's the queen of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
The queen of Rhode Island.
Anytime you get a cheerleader,
Patriots cheerleader
for the New England Patriots, yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yep.
So I guess
yeah, man. So what's the game plan for the day, man? You gonna hit up a couple spots, show Paul the spots.
There you go. Yeah.
That's my brother.
Justin Medley.
There he is.
I'm listening now, and thanks for the compliment.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't kick our ass.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. That dude kills people, man.
Savage.
Hey.
Our bodyguard.
He hasn't done anything I haven't done or that I'm capable of doing.
Thank you, Justin. Love you guys, man. Heck yeah. How many brothers you got, Paul? Brothers
Just
and
two,
sisters?
Michael
Okay.
and him, and then I have 2 sisters.
Nice.
And I'm the middle. I have a brother, sister, older brother, sister, younger.
Okay. My wife, she's got 2 sisters, 2 brothers, and then I just have an older brother. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Yeah, my brother, he just got back, man. He just did a tour.
In the sandbox?
Yeah. He was doing a tour in Iraq, and he's back. And man, he's excited to be back, man, without a doubt. He's got 1.5 years left on his contract. And what he's a Air Force Master Sergeant in Vehicle Management. He's been doing that for 31 years.
Which means, what does he do?
It means he can give you a hell of an oil change.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he's a mechanic, man. He can work on anything. Yeah. But yeah, man, he just kind of tell me how different it is with, the younger the younger kids and how woke they are these days and how they post such negative stuff all the time. But yeah, man, that's my brother. He's a badass. He's kicked my ass more than anybody. I love him to death. He's
31
over
years.
in Cali.
When's he gonna
About
shut it down?
He said 1.5 years, right?
A year and a half. Yep, year and a half.
Wow.
But has he been active for 31 years?
No, he's been in reserves. Well, I don't know, man. He's been doing it. He's been doing it. Yeah, it seems like he's gone at least 4 times for.
Good gosh.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He enjoys it.
I guess, man. It seems like he likes talking about it, but then when he's over there, he can't wait to get back. You know what I mean? He can't wait to get back.
So are we going to be live streaming round 2?
Well, you know what? There's nothing but air and opportunity. And I think we got to grab it and jump on it, man. Yeah, hey, Buffalo Bills start off the
So you're going to start the live stream. You're going to press go live, and if anybody else, I think Matt Pat will be ready. I think Matt Pat could have gone longer last night.
No, he was excited.
I think Matt Pat during the draft, his hair was like pressed down like mine is, and then towards the end, man, I mean, he must have been just yanking that stuff, dude, because his hair was like out there, man. It was
like
awesome.
A mushroom.
Yeah, dude, he was growing right in front of us.
Yeah. And again, I think he woke up this morning, or he's going to wake up and think about what we talk. This is the cowboy talk, and he's going to be like, "What are they gonna? I got to see the next move. Is this guy right about what they're doing? Because I don't want. He doesn't want me to be right. And again, he's caught in catch-22. He wants me to be right, but he doesn't. So, but you can't play in the middle. You got to pick a side here, because you either got to do it or not do it. But you know, and again, and what this is, but the part of me is the cowboy, the raised cowboy fan. They get injected with delusional mindset, because for anyone to say that Dak Prescott still should be hanging around, they're just hoping. It's just come on, man. No one gets it. Look, Pickens was out of Pittsburgh in 3 years. 8 years. I mean, dude's gonna be 32, and he's still doing his. He's lucky that he wears a star in his helmet, and his owner's Jerry Jones, because no one would get to hold the ball that long. They just wouldn't.
So I guess we got to ask ourselves why. Why does he get to hold the ball that long? Because it's a family business.
Yes.
And he must be helping somebody in the family. Kind of like Troy Aikman.
Well, that's the thing, man. They had such a huge gap,
And Tony Romo.
between. They had a huge gap between, Troy Aikman, and then when they got Tony Romo and finally started to have a little bit of success. So, Cowboy fans don't want to go back to that era, that in between.
Bill Parcells and Sean Payton, they're the ones that got Tony Romo. And I liked it when Bill Parcells said, "Don't be crowning him the savior just yet. The second coming." Tony Romo.
Bill was the best, without a doubt, brother.
Jerry's too proud to admit he messed up. Well, when you fire God's coach, Tom Landry, that book was written by Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless just wrote Tom Landry right into ESPN. And then
my question is this, and it will always be this the rest of as long as I'm on this earth. How long would have Jimmy coached had Jerry just sat back and was hands off and let it go? How long would he have coached, and how many championships would they have won? Because what people don't realize is, and the people like these young kids like Matt Pat is, dude, the reign of terror was never over, because he had an opportunity to do what Atlanta did. draft the next guy and sit him, draft the next corner and sit him. Because they used to draft and they had all pros literally at every position, and they could keep drafting and pounding and putting guys behind guys. And how long could he have done that?
They could have been better than Belichick.
Remember, look at the guys on the team. They got Leon. They were from Emporia State. He was that guy that was digging down in the D2 ranks, and he was finding guys like incredibly talent evaluation.
Psychologist.
Yeah, it was incredible. Incredible. How long? I mean, what would they have looked like? Would we have been sick and tired of watching the Cowboys win?
The owners of the NFL would have been sick and tired.
Oh
Yeah, man. They would have turned into the Yankees.
What's up with Bill Belichick's hair and Nick Saban's hair? Did Bill Belichick have a hair transplant? And Nick Saban, like, the red hair dye?
Dude, you're infatuated with those guys, man.
I'm infatuated with them because, like, dude, they're the GOATs.
Good. Okay.
They're the GOATs.
Okay.
They're the greatest of all time. They got
All right.
6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And what? How many national championships? 7 with the LSU?
Yeah.
Like, Bill Belichick don't need a hair transplant. It's kind of like Drew Brees. Did Drew Brees need hair plugs?
And he doesn't need to coach again to break Shula's record to be the GOAT to me.
Yeah, but there's something within him.
That's what
The
something with,
historian that wants that record.
but there's some there, but you, like you said, who does he work for?
They're not going to let him
institution.
in. They're
That's
not going
right.
to let him back in.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
grooming him. They're going to have Saban and Belichick behind that desk.
Where?
ESPN.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine if you had Saban and Belichick there. Oh, yeah.
That's
Beat
the thing.
that.
They're gonna make the same money that they would coaching, minus
More.
the terrible, hours that they put in for coaching.
I mean, look at Jimmy Johnson. What is he, like, 80? Look at Lee Corso. I mean, they got to, like, inject him with, like, formaldehyde to get him to come out there. Like,
not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my friend.
Like, they
Love
can
it.
do it for a long
Well,
time.
they're gonna use Saban. Saban's gonna take his spot at that desk. You're right.
Thank you.
He's gonna be on game day.
Yeah, get Corso
Saban.
off. It's time for Corso.
He'll make cameo appearances, but but that's you better do that too, because you don't want Saban going to like another network. Like they have to
There
pay
ain't
him.
no other network. I mean, Fox's college football is nothing. I mean, they have one game a week, right? I mean, who is the SEC now? Does Fox got the SEC?
No, they have the Big Ten.
So CBS, they don't even have the SEC no more.
With the ESPN,
I mean, dude,
we have Notre Dame,
yeah,
the Golden Gophers.
it's
NBC.
ESPN and everybody else, unless Totem Pole. Maybe we'll get like, I don't know, the ODAC.
Let's go, man.
Remember,
Let's
that was
go.
part of our plan was we were going to
The
go to
ODAC Network.
we were going to go to college football games
Yeah.
and basically
Hit
be
up
like
the-
a bar stool.
Hit up the D3.
Yeah, like for small college football, because Barstool, disrespected. Dave Portman would disrespected Division III football,
Yeah.
Division III football players, but he never actually wore a helmet or a jock strap. He's a wannabe.
Let's go do a game
Well, we
for the
were,
Wasp.
we were,
Up at
man.
Henry and Henry.
We had planned it. We were going to get a bus and everything.
Yeah, man.
Like I can go to Jeff Davis and get us an old, handicap bus for $500 to $1,000, and we paint that thing, and Totem Pole Nation's here.
Hey, how about a big old Griswold vehicle, big old station wagon?
Station wagons, dual.
Paint that.
With the-
Get a
with the
good
panels
custom
on
paint
it.
job.
Just let me get my next direct deposit, get my next paycheck, and then we can make that happen, man. Yeah, it won't be the first or last time that I bought a vehicle for $500. But if it runs,
Wait, today's Friday.
yeah,
Ooh.
Why aren't you at school?
you're not feeling very well.
Okay. You made me feel like it was Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well today.
Good call.
I got some work I gotta do. And that's a
I
good
hear
thing
you.
about
How
having a lot
how
of
many
sick
days
days.
can people call
80. I got 80.
80,
Wow.
80 a year? How many you get a year? Because
I
that's
think it's
saved up.
like maybe 2 a month or something. I don't know. It adds up after a while. I don't really know. I've been doing it for 25 years. So,
And you retire at 30.
Hey, let me ask you guys this.
I
I
don't know.
saw
I don't even think about it.
a message where it said that Dabo Sweeney texted the Ravens GM to draft the Clemson defensive back that the guy they did actually draft. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, where's this information coming from? Dabo?
Sources.
Yeah. Sounds like Dabo wants to build his brand
Yes.
so he could be sitting at that table next to Saban. But
Okay.
his hair dye and Saban's hair dye ain't exactly the same.
Do you dye yours, Coach?
Never. This is natural. This is not. We're authentic. It doesn't look right, man, dude, for a guy who's 70 years old to look like Joe Paterno. You know. I mean, look at Dion. I mean, Dion's beard is gray, and his hair is Beijing. I mean, it's sprayed on shoe polish. I don't trust
Grizzled.
the guy. I don't trust the guy that's got sprayed on shoe polish hair.
Hey, man.
Did you get
We're,
Botox? Let me see those lines. Did you get those lines filled in?
you got to give me one more week. Give me one more week. It's a 2-week process.
Is
But I did. Hey, it's called Brotox when I get it. Okay. It's special. It's special.
Dude, it's called just drink water.
he does? He's got IV hydration.
It's
He don't have to drink water.
then that's free Botox. You just gotta drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water. That's a life lesson.
Yeah.
Today, what is this name of the show? It is the grind includes
Friday.
Yeah, that's his trademark.
TGI Friday, the grind includes Friday.
Yes,
That's it, man.
the grind
That's it.
includes Friday.
And that's the thing. Hey,
what does that mean to you? The grind includes Friday.
Well, I appreciate all you guys because I know every single one of you guys was up after midnight because, hey, well, the draft didn't get over till after midnight. And then where are we at first thing in the morning? Sipping on some coffee,
Sipping
Talking.
scissor.
talking what we love. That's life lessons, sports.
Who gave
And,
MK the ability to control totem poles? Because she was posting on the live stream last night. I saw it said, "This is MK."
Hey, man, you know what? Loyalty is royalty. And we've become friends. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to give somebody the ball and let them run with it.
let them run with it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Don't put a, what did you tell Sarah Blake Cheek when she came to your house to do the photo shoot for what magazine was that? Was it Playboy or was it FHM?
Yeah, FHM.
When she did the FHM photo shoot at your house, don't limit what?
How amazing you can be.
Don't
Don't put a limit on how awesome you can be. Yeah,
Don't
man.
put a limit, Paul, on how awesome you can be.
I'm trying not
Yeah,
to.
hey, when you go on vacation, don't put a limit on what might be the best time of your life. Don't put a price tag on it. All right. We can always work and make more of that. It's all about the memories, baby.
That just made
And
me
the
think of
experience. The experience, Coach.
Yeah, the Jimi Hendrix experience,
No, the Michael Vick experience.
the Joe Rogan experience, the Totem Pole experience, the Jimbo Fisher
Have you
experience.
seen that commercial with the Michael?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
Great.
He's my favorite player.
That is great.
Michael Vick is my favorite player, man.
Oh my God, that's such a
He's my favorite.
That's awesome.
It made me think of a movie, Coach Ball, that you're a big fan of, and you told me for almost a year to watch this movie. It's Vacation Friends.
Oh, what a great
Have you
one.
seen Vacation Friends? He loves
Yes.
this movie. How many vacation friends have you made in your life, Coach Bald? I guess it's easy because you're on a permanent vacation. I mean, I remember Coach Paul
Shit.
Kent told me marry rich.
Shit, like
Good
11 or
advice.
12.
Paul
Like
Kent?
11 or
Yeah,
12.
marry rich. That's what he told me. Marry
The
rich.
old
Ron Paul Kent. Yeah, marry rich.
Skyhawk head ball coach?
Yes, he said marry. No, this one. Instead. Coach Ball's on a permanent vacation. Look at that. You
Like, so what is happening at that place on today?
at his house?
Yeah, what's he doing?
He's got to pick up all the dog crap in the yard. Okay, he takes it, he throws it out to feed the fish, and he's got to do other chores, and then he probably has to report to St. Pete Rejuvenate. Now, y'all do a certain rejuvenation, a feminine
Do
rejuvenation.
they do like shots in the knees and stuff?
Oh, they have shots everywhere.
I need shots in my knees.
Anywhere you need it.
My knees need rejuvenated.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Coach Ball, what do y'all have for knee issues at St. Pete Rejuvenate? Man, look at that. Look at that background.
It's wonderful.
Look at that. Man, I think people watch this show just to see Coach Bald's green screen. Coach Bald is actually under a bridge, y'all. That's actually artificial intelligence behind him. He lives in a van down by the river. I may take Paul Medley to the Jefferson Davis flea market, the indoor flea market, but I don't know if it's open yet. They'll start rolling up in there soon. Coach Bald, are you done? Oh. Hey,
Hold on.
I'm gonna hold on because Paul, you eat more. Give me some too, man. Yeah, just fill me up. The light roast. Yeah, I tell you, man.
Get
Paul,
that dark, coach. Get that dark. Get that dark.
how many vacation friends have you made, Coach Bald?
Brother, my Rolodex is filled with friends from all over the planet.
We got friends
And,
in low places.
Hey, man, I tell you what, man, we're really big in Michigan. You know, we're really big in New York City. You know, hey, my brother's in California. You know, the Loverns, you know, they got Texas locked down. My boy Scott Bradshaw. Yeah, man. So we're big
Hook 'em
there too.
horns.
We got family in Texas, you know what I mean?
Hawaii.
So
We're hanging
yeah,
in Hawaii, man.
my good brother Greg, he's originally he did some good time in Hawaii. So yeah, man, we're worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. We're big in Panama, huge in Alaska. We're
The
huge.
totem pole. Can you believe
Catch a
that
can.
you went to the totem pole bar and that woman wanted to know who I was? Maybe we need to go via satellite back to the totem pole bar.
Yeah, man. When we asked that question too, what described the totem pole, man, she got emotional. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I tell you what, it just sometimes when people get emotional, it slows things down. You know what I mean? It makes you get in the moment. And I loved it, man. It meant a lot.
Because that's what the actual forming and the creation of the totem is. It's art. It's the unconscious becoming conscious through art, through that meticulous, the grind includes Friday. It takes years and hours to mold and to craft that totem pole.
That's their story. It
Paul,
tells their
were
story.
you aware that he went to Alaska and actually got approval to use the term totem pole nation? Did you know that?
Was it from a tribe?
Yeah, what tribe was it, Coach Bald? The Totem Bar. They were so excited that we were Totem Pole Nation, and he went to the Totem Pole Bar.
Is that in Anchorage?
Yeah,
Catch a can. Catch a can. No, it's catch a
Catch a
can.
can. He went
Yep.
there.
We're big there.
we have been accepted by the natives that created the totem poles. And they said we could use the name.
I tell you what.
How did they feel? How did they feel when we paid homage to
Love,
they,
man.
They loved it.
Yeah, dude. When I walked out to pick up our tab, they were like, "No, you don't have one." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" They're like, "Hey, man, I don't know, but somebody took care of you guys." And I was just like, "You got to be kidding me." Yeah, man. And it was so funny because there was this lady, and she just had this beautiful dog. She had this beautiful. That is not a cup of coffee. That is a Yeti full
Well, you
of
know
love.
me, right? I ain't got no Yeti. I got the Ozark Trail.
Yeah.
And we're in Panera, but I've got the.
Yes.
Look, man. I mean, dude, it's a bad sign when you walk into a Panera and guys are doing Bible study and they all look at you and they instantly start praying for you. Like
there he is. Let's get him.
That's not good, dude. Like one guy looked at me. It was like remember Natural Born Killers when they walked into the teepee and it was like demon on the people. That's what it was, dude. It was like I was in Natural Born Killers when I walked in here, and like that demon thing was going in front of me.
But how about this? I mean, you should have seen. You want to see? You missed something priceless this morning. So I walk in. He fills up his Yeti, and I turn around and it's him, and I'm like, dude, you getting coffee? Have you paid? Have you paid for everything yet? I told you I was paying for it. He goes, no, let's go up there and get. So we walked up there with his Yeti, filled the coffee, didn't even pay for it. Then he goes, we ordered. He goes, hold on, can I use my EBT card? And the people there froze. It was like frozen pizza because they didn't know what to do or say because they're like, oh my God.
They didn't know if I was joking.
No, he was serious. They just froze.
Do they take food stamps? That is something I always ask. You know, because if they do, that's good.
Goodness, it was amazing.
Coach Ball, I think this might be a pinnacle day in totem pole history. The day after the draft, there was 1.7 thousand viewers on Facebook. 1.7 thousand views.
Hey, man, that's awesome. We got a lot of friends, family, people that love us, people that hate us, people that want us hurt. And you're watching. They want to know where the hell we're at.
You gotta watch it because it's what is our we don't even know what our tag saying is. It's undeniable. It's the undeniable. It's the always entertaining. You don't ever know. We could have Sarah Blake Cheek on here. We could have anybody.
That probably has a lot to do with the viewership. I mean, she only has 335,000 followers just on Twitter. Yeah, she's 1 million views worldwide.
I gotta bring someone on, man. Someone on that's just gonna shock y'all.
Okay. I don't know how you're gonna shock us because I mean we don't even know what we're gonna do the rest of the day.
I just like bringing on people.
I could be arrested at any time.
It's early. It's Friday morning. 8:40, 8:24. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time for that, Coach.
Who are you thinking?
Chesterfield's finest.
Dude, Chesterfield's finest. They're not even concerned about me. Yeah, they can't be concerned with us because we know who we work for. Intelligence.
Who is the most powerful person in Chesterfield?
The Shoesmiths.
You guys know.
The Shoesmiths. The Shoesmiths.
You know them?
Everything.
You know them?
Well, I mean, I know their last name, and I know they have a whatever it's called, like a dump. We used to call it the dump. Now you call it a landfill. Yeah, I just saw on the news. I was watching the news that these guys from ABC News put crackers inside of plastic bags that were placed in Walmarts around the country. And can you believe those plastic bags that were supposed to be recycled got sent somewhere in Malaysia, and they're sitting underneath a hut somewhere. I mean, it's like cargo things of smashed plastic bags.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unbelievable to me, man. Like, they didn't really recycle the bags. Can you believe that? That the people that want to save the planet really don't care about the planet. Did you know that?
But I've heard some horror stories about where trash goes.
They just stick it on an island in Malaysia. In Malaysia, most of our followers are in Indonesia and Malaysia. If you go and look at all of our followers, we're very big. People watch us to learn how to speak English in Malaysia and Indonesia.
Really?
Hit that subscribe button, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach you everything you need to know. All the slang terms.
Yeah.
You got it.
If you can understand me, you can understand anyone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because they said that our viewers were fake. But we're very huge in Malaysia and we're very big in Indonesia.
Panama. They love us in Panama, man. We've got
Yeah.
family in Panama. Without a doubt.
So what time are we going on tonight?
Man, I say we drop it right about 7:30. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to talk other sports? Like, I'm missing that show. I love that show because I get my basketball fix. I get my hockey fix.
Well, I'm
And
pretty sure Lambo's going to want to talk sports.
Speaking of fix, man, our Tampa Bay Lightning, boy, I think they made them bite the ice and they put the skate to their heads last night, man. They are down 0-3. Not a good ending to the season for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hey, and Laker fans, you must know what that ice feels like because last night, Jokic and the boys,
Oh man.
they put their teeth to the ice and they kicked your head with the skate. Is the career of LeBron James. How many times, let me ask you this, how many times was Jordan swept in his career?
Never. Because we would
So
know that answer. That's
so
a
it-
never. I don't even have to look that up.
So when LeBron gets swept, I think you can take that GOAT talk and you can do this. You can grab that GOAT talk. See this right here? Yep. You can put it in there with the dog shit, chuck it in the water.
That's a nice.
Because he ain't my GOAT.
That's what he does.
But listen,
He-
okay, so
he's not my GOAT.
You are 100. Dude, you can't. Okay, game set match. I mean, there was game set match to go long ago for me. But 2 years in a row, swept by the chicken nuggets. I'm done. Let's not talk about nothing anymore. And
What would
I
this,
mean, you're gonna-
what would this guy have done?
Hey, and you're gonna get swept at home.
He's the GOAT.
At home.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. There goes the
LeBron's
GOAT
another
talk.
one, man. Dude, I mean,
But to me,
his hairline's perfect.
Yeah.
But no hair back here.
Yeah, but again, to me, that's why I try every morning and I try to be nice. You know, I'm no perfect person, but look, man, karma is not on his side because not owning the first two games, not closing the games, just going up there and talking about referees and VAR and all that. It's bad karma.
What's VAR mean?
Virtual assistant review
Oh,
when they can go check.
like
They use it in soccer
replay.
big time. Yeah. But now they can go talk to Secaucus, New Jersey and replay like hard fouls and stuff like that.
Oh. Man.
So yeah, I would love to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, St. Pete Rejuvenate. Hey, for some reason, people are getting sick everywhere. All right, we had 5 people come into the clinic on Tuesday to get the IV hydration therapy, and it's great to hear how they come in, feeling terrible, and then they leave feeling like $1 million. So that IV hydration therapy is amazing. We've recently upgraded our website, so check out the website, St. Pete Rejuvenate, right here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. Give us a shout out. And yeah, man, Totem Pole Nation, man, we love you guys. We're gonna bring it back tonight. Tonight we're going to live stream the second and third round. So join us. Hit me up, DM me. We're gonna soon at the bottom of the ticker here. We're gonna have Crystal Ball Paul's
Yes.
information because if you
Yes.
guys are not familiar with him, all he does is give daggers. And when I say daggers, he's giving you free money with his picks. He was the man just the other day that said take Miami plus the 14.5. And what happened? Miami won by 9. Okay, listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's one of the best acquisitions Totem Pole Nation has had in forever.
Yeah.
Heck
Sarah
yeah, man.
Blake
Thank
Cheek
you.
and then him.
Sarah Blake
Sarah
Cheek.
Blake Cheek's 1, he's 2.
That's it.
And Brandon Toms did a heck of a job last night, dude.
In
Yeah, man.
Fuego. In
I love it.
Fuego.
I love it.
Him and
In
Lambo.
Fuego.
Did you know that I took those two guys to the American Football Coaches Association convention, and Brandon Toms slept on a bench smaller than that all week because he would not sleep in the bed with me. I only had 2 beds.
Dude, what?
Wow.
Yeah,
He's the best.
He's all football, man.
He loves it. He'll be back for tonight. I know it. He
Yeah,
lives in a
dude.
trailer in Dinwiddie, an RV. He's the best. Yes, he's the best.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy his RV from him. Maybe my girlfriend will buy it.
Heck
He's
yeah.
great. All right, we're gonna end this, man, and we'll sit here and talk for